Now let's see a new type of series where instead of using the numbers we are going to use the alphabets. Now how does these alphabets, using this alphabet they can form a series. Either this series could be a string of one characters each, or sometimes two characters, or sometimes more than two characters. So whatever it is, again the same type of questions can be asked. Find out the missing term or what is the next one in the series, right? And now in order to understand this series, it is better if we can note down the relation between these alphabets from A to Z. You know that they are going to represent alphabets 1 to 26, isn't it? Now if we can somehow write these numbers, then we can use these numbers in the series to get the answer. I'll just show you the one example here. Now let us say in a series A, D, H, M, S are given, and now we are supposed to find out what the next letter is. So one simple way is convert this into numbers, then you can easily find it out, right? Now what does A stand for? 1. What does D stand for? 4. What does H stand for? 8. What does from this, right? So it is always better you have this table when you are going to write it, okay? And what does M stand for? 13. And what does S stand for? S is standing for 19, right? Now if you see the numbers, plus 3 I got it, and then plus 4 I got this one from here, and then plus 5 from this I got this, and then plus 6 I got this, right? So it is plus 3, this is plus 4, this is plus 5, this is plus 6. Now how to get the next one? I have to add 7. If I am going to add 7, it is going to give me 26, right? Now what is the alphabet which is giving me 26? It is Z. Therefore Z is the answer. Got this? Even though the alphabet series is given, I have converted into numbers and somehow I worked it out. Okay, fine. And the next one is H, I, K, N are given. So let's see what they stand for. H is for 8, I is for 9, K is for 11, and N is for 14, right? So difference here is 1 and difference here is 2, the difference here is 3. Now what about the next one in the series? That should be differing by 4, right? Therefore the next one should be the character which is standing for 18. Now what is the character standing for 18? R. Therefore R is the answer. Got it? Okay. Now let's see this series Y, B, T, G, O, right? So just write the numbers for each one. Y is going to take the number 25, and B is going to take the number 2, and T is going to take the number 20, and G is going to take the number 7 from that only, and O is going to take the number 15. Now if you observe it, there are two series here. One series is decrementing by 5, 25, 20, 15, and the other series is increasing by 5, isn't it? Therefore, the number missing here should be from the series which is getting incremented by 5. So after 2 it is 7. So 7 plus 5 has to be 12. So 12 is what you are going to get here. Now 12 is nothing but L here, right? So L is the answer. Okay. Now let's see these examples. AZ, BY, CX, DW, EV are given. Now in this one we are supposed to find out the next pair, okay? Next pair of letters. Now first one is A, second one is B. In the first, I am talking about the first letter in every pair. A, B, C, D, E. Therefore if you see this, they are incrementing by 1. A to B, B to C, like this. Therefore the next one, the first letter in the next pair has to be incremented by 1 from E. Then what is it? F, right? And now if you see the second letter, it is going to start from Z. It is decrementing by 1, isn't it? Z to Y, Y to X, X to W, and then W to V. Now if I decrement it by 1, it is going to be U, right? Therefore FU is the first one. Now again pairs are given here. Let's see. Now if you see this in this one, A is here and G is here. The difference between these two is 6. See, A is 1 and G is 7. The difference between these two is 6. And the difference between these two is again 6. Why? G is 7 and M is 13. So it is again 6. Now the next letter, the first letter in the next pair also has to be having a difference of 6. Therefore from M, which is at 13, if I increment it by 6, it is going to be 19. 19 means S. So the first one is going to be S. Coming to the second one, it is starting from Z and it is decrementing, right? So if you see Z, initially it is 26 and now it is decremented by some number and it has reached T, which means from here if I decrement 6, I have reached T, right? And again from T to N, if you see this, T is 20 and N is 14, which means again it has decremented by 6. Therefore, the next number or the second letter in the next pair has to again decrease by 6, right? So if you see that N is 14, if I decrease 6, it has to be 8. 8 means it is going to be H, right? So the missing one is H. If you have any doubt, you can check with the next one, right? So you can increment 6 from S and you can check it. Now coming to the next one, the first one is P and then O and then N and then M. See the relationship there, P and then O and then N and then M, which means it is decrementing by 1, right? Therefore the first letter in the missing pair, or it is not just a pair, it is it is a collection of 3 letters. The first one is 1 less than M, which means L. And coming to the second one, it is M and then O, so N is missing here and then P is missing and R is there. R is missing, sorry, and Q is there and R is missing and S is there, right? So if you see it, M, O, Q, S. So M is there, this one is missing. O is there, this one is missing. Q is there, this one is missing. And then S is there, so you are supposed to miss T and you have to write U. Therefore the second one is U. Coming to the third letter, we are starting with T. From T to S, right? See this. So T, after T there is S, which means from here we are here, 1 less, and after S there is R, which means 1 less, and after R there is Q, which means again 1 less. Therefore after Q you are supposed to have P, so it is going to be P. So that is the missing term in this sequence. Got it? Okay. Now let's see the first one. A series is given and one of the terms is missing, so we are supposed to find it out. Now how to find it out is, if you see it, in the first one AB is there and then DEF is there in the second one. So if you see the number of letters in each word, they are increasing by 1, and the first one is AB, C is not there, DEF, which means from the first letter to the for the first word to the second word, one letter is missing, right? Similarly, from the second word to the third word, 1 letter is missing. DEF is there but G is not there, right? And the next one has to miss 1 after K, right? H, I, J, K are there and then 1 has to miss. Now what should miss? If you see this, H, I, J, K, L has to miss, and after that we are supposed to take 5 letters. So what are they? M, N, O, P, Q. So this is the missing term there. Are you getting this? Why? Because the number of letters here are 2, 3, 4, and therefore number of letters are supposed to be 5. And after every word 1 letter is missing. That is why I have missed after K 1 letter and I got this. Okay. And coming to the next one, you see this. A is here, and then the first one here is A and the first one here is F. So if you see the difference between A and F, it is 5, isn't it? So again from F to K, again it will be 5. Check it. F is 6 and K is 11. Therefore again it is 5. And then K to P, again it will be 5. So K is 11 and P is 16. Therefore it is 11. So every time it is increasing by 5, right? So here 5, 5, 5. So the last one is, it is also supposed to be increasing by 5. So the first one in the last word, the first letter in the last word has to be 5 more than P. Now P is 6. If I add 5, it is going to be U. Okay. And the same thing is for this one also. If you check, for all the second letters, they will be exactly 5 different, right? Difference will be 5. So D is, let's say 4 here. And what about I? I is 9. Therefore from 4 to 9 the difference is 5. And from 9 to N, right? So N is what? N is 14, right? So 9 to N it is again 5. And again from N to S. So N to S, N is 14 and S is again 19. Therefore again 5. So from S again you are supposed to add 5. So let's see what do you get for if I add 5 here. If I add 5 to 19, it is going to be 24. Therefore I am going to get x, right? And now you can again do the same thing from G, but then if you understand one thing, difference between any two letters here is 3, right? A to D, A is 1, D is 4, and then G is 7, which means 4 plus 3, right? And again G is 7 and J is 10, right? So if you observe it, the difference between successive letters in every word here is 3. So using that logic, once you have found out the first letter in the word, you can guess all the remaining letters, right? Or you can find them one after the other. If you see all of them are going to have in the words, the successive letters will be differing by 3, right? You can use that logic as well. Once you have found out U plus 3 will be X. See this. So U is here 21. U plus 3 is this, right? And what should be the next one? That should be X plus 3, right? X plus 3 means YZ, again wrap around, again you start with A, right? So if you are going to see this Y, Z and A, therefore the next one is supposed to be A, right? And the next one is supposed to be D. So this is how you can get it. Either you can follow the logic of generating each letter one after the other, or after you generate the first letter you can make this observation and you can just increment it, or you can also check the options, and in the options whichever word is having a difference of 3 letters, that is also fine. But then the problem is sometimes in the options there might be more than one option with this particular pattern, that 2 successive letters differing by 3. Okay, and coming to the next one, see this attribution word is there and then next word is there. Now from this word, in order to get this word, these two are deleted, right? And again this word is there, and from this they are getting this word, and these two are deleted and we are going to get this, right? And again from this word they are getting this word by deleting these two, right? So if you observe it, first time first letter and last letter are deleted from the word, second time 2 letters from the beginning are deleted, and again first letter and last letter are deleted, therefore finally 2 letters have to be deleted. Then what do I get? UTI, right? Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.